What is one word to describe me? Well, I'm going to give you two words, and I would say energetic and enthusiastic.
Integrity.
I thought the answer would be hardworking, but that's two words. I think the word I landed on is intentional.
Definitely organized, but also passionate.
Advocate.
Enthusiastic. Hardworking.
Happy.
Compassionate.
Resilient.
I hope when others interact with me that they can see that I'm genuine and that I'm compassionate about making a difference and helping others.
I want people to walk away from any interaction knowing that I'm going to do what I say I will do.
More than anything, others are encouraged by me.
I want people to know that there are always a set of possibilities. We have choices, we make them, and that means that we can make a difference in our lives.
I share my enthusiasm and my energy so that they can pursue the passion they want to pursue.
That I can bring them some happiness, maybe some joy, maybe I can make their lives a little bit easier.
I would like my enthusiasm to be contagious, but that's the only thing I would like to be contagious at this point.
I hope when people come in contact with me, they walk away heard, cared for, and loved.
Either they're going to get a smile from me or I'm going to get a smile from them. So just something positive.
I would hope that they get empathy and they get information.
One of the biggest challenges that I've overcome was my own family background. I came from a conflicted family around gender issues, around violence, around alcoholism, very, very poor education, and low self-esteem. To add that on to the life of a young person, a young girl, is very difficult.
I don't know that we really overcome death, but we move through it.
Giving up the notion that I am in control of anything.
Leading through two really tough economic downturns.
Coming from a small town in North Carolina to a state in the Midwest that had over 150 years of court history to actualize a dream of becoming a judge.
Breaking a few glass ceilings and
Not to be afraid to speak up in meetings and to be comfortable speaking in front of others. It's
Being a working mother, learning how the Iowa mental health system was set up, how it all connected.
coming to the United States and being able to ground yourself well in another country.
I'd like to think it was my presence in the East Village and the challenges that go with small businesses in areas that maybe are being revitalized. But I'd like to think that it's just the courage of being there.
Let me tell you, for 30 years, to do the work that gets people who are different into the rooms and their voices at the table has been a wonderful, rewarding work, but it certainly is not enough. And I think today, in knowing that I have gotten people to understand that anti-racism is not personal, that it's institutional, that it is all of our responsibility, whether you were targeted or not, I have moved that needle, and many people see it as an American as apple pie to do the anti-racism work that our country now needs so that we can remain the democracy that I believe it can be.
Basically introducing my students in Central Iowa to the importance of global education. They realize that seeing other places really does give them a new perspective. It really is a life-changing experience.
I think that tens of thousands of people across the state of Iowa are aware of the social injustice of human trafficking because of all of the talking that I have done.
Getting information out to a lot of different groups that hadn't heard about mental health before or hadn't been concerned about it.
Having an understanding of trauma so that we don't re-victimize those people, those individuals that we serve.
Supporting my clients and helping their employees be healthy.
Continuous improvement.
Trying to pave the way for other women to come behind me.
Variety installed the very first inclusive playground here in the city of Des Moines. And playgrounds that are not now being installed are all inclusive, and there is no question about what an inclusive playground is.
Always look for a better way.
If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a chair.
Hold the row to the end. I could always imagine myself in this rowboat with my oar, pushing and pushing even when my arms are exhausted, even when I feel despair, hold my row to the end.
Courage is not having the strength to go on, but going on when you don't have the strength.
You're not alone.
Pay attention, be astonished, and tell about it.
Be patient. Results do not happen overnight. And usually if it's something that's that important, you can wait. And when it happens, you'll be very pleased that you did.
Whether you think you can do something or you think you can't do something, you're right.
To know your purpose, follow your passion, and live your dream.
To have fun.
I think no matter how old we are, we still need to know how to ask for help.
Believe in yourself.
We are so lucky in our community to have leaders that are willing to sit down and meet with young professionals and to guide one of young professionals, give them tips along the way, introductions along the way, and I think that truly is something that our community has wrapped their arms around, and our young professionals should take advantage of that.
I would want young women to know that it's the intangible things and their character and their intellect and their integrity that is self-sustaining. They get to define who they are. And not to let any situation, any disappointment, any person change the person that they know that they are and having the abilities that they have to accomplish whatever they set to accomplish.
A beautiful mentor of mine, Diana Deibler, she puts it as you can't read the label inside the bottle. Find connections outside, make those relationships because those people will come really helpful and handy along the way when you need advice.
It's important to thank people for what they do. And I think that when you're starting out in the world, it's important to realize that a lot of what we do is collaborative. And yes, there are some people who have the ideas and there are some people who put more work into it, but at the end of the day, thank everyone on your team because everyone has done something to put you where you are.
I think the advice I would give to young women and girls trying to find their place in the world is that the world is your place. You don't have to find a particular niche in it. It is yours, and don't dream too small.
To look at what their real purpose is in life and then where they have unique abilities and passions and to see how they can find that perfect fit. They might not find it right away, and they should take the chance to try lots of things, to be open to opportunities, to really be able to zero in then when they find their place of purpose and passion.
Pause so that one can be much more clear about the steps they want to take forward.
Never stop learning, and to always have a plan, but include change in that plan and embrace it.
I am so inspired right now by the young people that are leading movements for equity and justice in our country. Brighter days are going to be ahead for all of us.
Making a difference. Every day I have an opportunity to see people and I try to meet them where they are. But if I can assure them that when they walk in my courtroom that they've been treated fairly, that they've had an opportunity to be heard, that they've been treated with compassion, and that they've been treated with respect, that motivates me because I believe that not only is my presence making a difference, but the way I treat others also make a difference.
Seeing firsthand the impact that Varieties Dollars are having in our community, because I know at the end of the day the impact that these pieces of mobility are going to have for a little girl that has always been in a wheelchair and to all of a sudden have a stander where she's standing and eye to eye with her peers and, talking with the families, talking about a little boy that was in a wheelchair, could not walk on his own, who's now walking with a gait trainer up to 1 mile a day. That's the inspiration, and that's what really drives me. And I think about all of those kids and the difference that it's made in their lives.
My students at DMAC, particularly the single moms who come to my class and who put some of my traditional students to shame.
I get inspired by learning.
The knowing that I'm part of something that grows.
To see people finding a place where they are energized and where they're making an impact.
My kids, They're such great people, and I'm so proud of them.
Oh, certainly my family, my kids, and really anybody that overcomes barriers in their life. I'm a real sucker for those stories. Pumps me up too, you know, when I think of how they could do it, so why can't I too?
Many, many days where the mountains that are in front of us seem too high to overcome. And just at those times, something or someone in this community shows up to help us in ways that we need, and it gets us through some really difficult times. So I would sum it up by saying the generosity of this entire community.